Hi you guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Samantha. In my last video, I posted all the things that I was getting rid of now that I have become a believer in Jesus Christ and a follower of God. That video did really well, and in that video a lot of people wanted to know my testimony, which if you're not sure what a testimony is, it's really just your story, how you found Jesus Christ and how you started to believe in the Lord. And for me, I wanted to make my video because, like I said, it was requested and I do feel like I want to share my story. I went through on my camera roll to kind of look back over the course of the year, and I did, through my research, found out that on February 28, 2024 was the day that I officially hard launched my love for the Lord. That was the first time that I made it public to social media, which is not necessary to do, but for me, I couldn't help but wanting to just express my love for this newfound faith that I finally had in my life, and it just was something that I was so passionate about that I wanted to bring to my social media so it would be known that's who I am now these days. So I don't know the specific day and time that I did find Christ, but I would say it was the middle of February of this year, and I was just driving in my car. I was off that day. I believe I just went to Starbucks and I was drinking my drink. I was driving around, the sun was out, and it was just one of those days where you just couldn't help but be happy. I remember thinking, thank you universe so much, it's such a beautiful day. I just want to thank you universe for giving me all this good fortune, giving me a great life. And as I was thinking these thoughts, it just didn't seem enough. It didn't seem like thanking the universe was really satisfying. I felt in my mind like I wish there was someone that I could go up to and shake their hand and say thank you for this life, thank you for this beautiful day, thank you for the clouds, the stars, the birds, everything, you know, even the trees. That day felt super grateful for everything. And it just occurred to me, okay, the universe doesn't feel enough. It feels like there's something more, someone more I need to be thanking for this. And it took me maybe about 15-20 seconds to just think, who could I thank? There must be someone out there. And then it literally light bulb moment went off to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, God created the universe. So we should be thanking God, not the universe. The universe is simply just the product of God himself. And I just remember thinking, oh my goodness, you've been so silly, like misguided and wrong for the longest time, specifically 12 years. So there was a 12-year gap in that time between when I used to believe in God. I grew up and I went to Catholic private school. I will say, I will touch on this, that I don't think I was of sound mind to make any judgment on any religion, on any topic. I said, yes, I believe in God because my mom and dad did, but I didn't know what it meant. And then it wasn't until my early 20s where I became just curious. I wasn't sure, is there a God? Maybe there isn't. How did we all get here? You know, those thoughts that kind of in your 20s you start exploring. My biggest regret in life is that I did take 12 years away from the Lord. And I don't want to get too much into it. I don't want to get too emotional, but I definitely feel if there was one thing I could change, it would have been the past 12 years where I was unsure. I feel like I just abandoned him, and through more reading the Bible, I realized that it wasn't so much me finding him as he found me. He wanted me back, and he was patiently waiting for me. And I do believe, and when you read it in the Bible, I will need to go look up the exact scriptures, but he is seeking you. And when you try to seek him, when you're looking for him, he will appear. That's the next best thing that you can do once you find God, is to read the Bible so you can learn his word. And through reading his word, I became to discover him more and who he is as a person, and that the saying is so true, that Jesus loves you and Jesus loves us, and he loves us so much. He is there to say, okay, you know, that was wrong, but I still love you, I forgive you, now let's walk together and move move on from that. March 13th, yes, that was when my Spotify started to shift, and I noticed that all my recommendations were now faith-based, which to me, your Spotify really does get to know you, and its algorithm gets to know you. So at that point, mid-March, I felt like, okay, I officially feel like it's been a month now. I still love the Lord. This isn't a phase. I'm still 100% in it. Which leads me to, on March 17th, I ordered my first Bible. And that was one of my first steps into fully committing to the Lord. I told myself, okay, it's one thing to say you believe in God, but you need to know Him. And that's probably my biggest advice for you, is just to go get a Bible, because if you don't have a Bible, I recommend also downloading the Bible app, just because we do spend so much time on our phone. When you go to Instagram, you could easily just hop over to the Bible app, just get to explore it and just start reading, I don't know, Genesis, the very first thing. Just start with reading, I believe, Genesis, just to know how we all got here, and it answers a lot of life's big questions. On March 23rd was the day that I got my Bible and started reading. So I have been reading almost consistently since March. We're currently mid-November, so I'm really proud of that. I'm really trying to work on reading daily, even if it's just 10 minutes. It makes a world of difference. And again, the way to get to know the Lord, the way to speak to the Lord, is to read His Word. That's, again, something that I will always want to bring up. April 19th was the day that I downloaded the Bible app. So I downloaded the Bible app after, just because there were some days where I didn't actually physically read my Bible. So in order to still get my read in for the day, I did use the app. So again, it's so convenient. It's always with you. And I highly recommend, when you are stuck somewhere and you're bored, go read a chapter from the Bible. You will be way better off, and it is better for your soul than just to consume and like be doom scrolling. Trust me. My husband and I just moved from Austin, Texas to Tennessee, and we're currently living in a camper right now, which has been a lot of fun. We're actually going to be relocating to a different location, which is going to be now our permanent residence, now that we both have jobs out there where we are going to be moving. And so now I am taking the opportunity that we are planted to find a church. After I find my church, I really want to get baptized. It's been something that I have been thinking about, and through reading the Bible, it is very apparent that becomes the very next step that I need to do. I don't even know if I'm baptized. I probably should ask my parents. Again, if I was baptized, it was in my youth, and I feel that, again, as an adult, I really want to make these choices for myself, and I will definitely keep you guys posted. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.